Welcome. Today we're going to be discussing the Williamson County Atlas 14 Floodplain Mapping Study. This is our first public meeting intended to provide an overview of the study, including discussion of why the study is needed and the expected benefits. We will also be requesting information from you to help us validate the study results. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, completed a historical rainfall study for the United States in 2018. This Atlas 14 publication was conducted to provide a more accurate and complete picture of historical rainfall estimates. The Williamson County Atlas 14 floodplain study is in response to the release of the new rainfall data. This study is being funded by Williamson County and a Texas Water Development Board Flood Infrastructure Fund grant. Through this study, we will update and develop new flood models for creeks and waterways using best available scientific data, including Atlas 14 rainfall, to better identify and assess flood-prone areas. Since this is a county-wide study, Williamson County is coordinating with the cities and the water control and improvement districts to ensure they are included throughout the process. These images allow us to take a closer look at historical federal rainfall. These maps are showing precipitation depths for a 100-year storm event, which is commonly used for floodplain mapping. The image on the left is the 1998 publication of the U.S. Geological Survey precipitation data, which utilized rainfall data through 1994. The image on the right is the 2018 publication of NOAA's Atlas 14, based on rainfall data through 2017. This new publication includes an additional 23 years of record for us to better define current rainfall values. Specifically, it includes rainfall estimates from past major events, including Tropical Storm Hermine in 2010, the Memorial Day flood in 2015, Hurricane Harvey in 2017, and many other local events. Not only are we adding longer records, but we have also added additional gauging stations across Texas, providing a better understanding of rainfall patterns in areas we did not know much previously. It should be noted that new rainfall data is not a prediction of what rainfall will be. It is based on historical rainfall. These two maps show that the county's 100-year event precipitation ranges have shifted from 8 to 10 inches in 1998 to 10 to 12 inches using Atlas 14 rainfall. As many of you are aware, Williamson County has suffered from numerous severe floods. A few of the more recent historical events are displayed on this slide, and you will see photographs from historical events throughout the presentation. The June 2007 event was called a rain bomb because it dropped a significant amount of rain in a short period of time, impacting the majority of southern Williamson County. During this event, 8 high water rescues were made with public infrastructure damages totaling approximately $150,000. The Tropical Storm Hermine made its way to Central Texas in 2010. This flood damaged over 600 homes in the county and caused approximately $1.5 million in damages. The Halloween flood of 2013 dropped approximately 8 inches of rain over a 2-day period, causing creeks and rivers to rise. In this event, Williamson County Emergency Management notified 88 homes to evacuate. The Memorial Day flood was one of the worst Williamson County floods. This flood impacted over 400 homes with approximately $7 million in damages. All the floods we have discussed have been disaster declarations that impacted large areas, but the county is also susceptible to isolated flood events. In September of 2018, localized flooding forced 90 people to evacuate a wedding venue in Liberty Hill. Of these, approximately 50 people needed to be rescued by local authorities after rising water trapped them inside. In fact, between 2010 and 2020, emergency personnel have conducted approximately 375 high water rescues across the county. Because of the geography and climate in this area, the county will likely continue to experience flash flooding events. As we begin this analysis, we want our models to replicate reality. To help validate models, we use historical events and data such as photographs, videos, high water marks, flood depths, flooding extents, etc. If you have any information regarding creek or river flooding that would help us validate our studies, we would love to hear from you. Please talk with us during public meetings or send your information via email to atlas14@wilco.org by August 31st. There is also a questionnaire available online at wilco.org/atlas14 where you can provide additional information. Please remember to include information to help us figure out the location, date, and how this flooding might have impacted your property. In addition to historical flooding, there are several other factors that prompted the need for this floodplain study. One of the primary drivers of the study is the recent release of new federal rainfall data. In addition to new rainfall data, the study will also incorporate better ground surface and land use information to better replicate current conditions. Some waterways and streams in the county have never been mapped. Beyond the FEMA floodplains, we know very little about flood-prone areas. While the FEMA floodplain maps have been updated a couple times in recent years, several of the underlying studies that were used to generate those floodplains are more than 30 years old. As we all know, Williamson County has greatly changed in the last 30 years. In fact, according to the U.S. Census, Williamson County is the third fastest growing county in Texas. This means that flood risk is changing, but it also means that we need to better understand current flood risk such that this new growth is not placed in flood-prone areas. Finally, as more folks are moving into Williamson County with a significant chance of flash flooding, we need better information to guide emergency access. It should be noted that FEMA mapping updates are not part of this grant-funded study. However, the study results may be used to update future FEMA floodplain maps. The Williamson County Atlas 14 floodplain study will primarily focus on floodplains within Williamson County. As you know, water does not follow political boundaries, so the study does include some hydrologic analysis beyond the county limits to better understand how much water flows into the county. Inside the county, we have divided the region into 3 study areas. We have named these areas by their major watershed, but it should be noted that a few of these areas include a few additional sub-watersheds. In the next few slides, we will step through each study area. In this graphic, you will also notice there are 2 different colored streams. The blue lines indicate streams where FEMA floodplains already exist. In these areas, we'll be revising studies. The green lines indicate streams beyond FEMA floodplains where no flood risk information is available. In these areas, new studies will be conducted. Now we're going to step through each of the study areas. The Brushy Creek watershed encompasses the southern and most populated portion of Williamson County. In addition to the Brushy Creek watershed, the southeastern corner of the county includes study of the Middle Yago watershed. A total of just over 1,000 miles of stream will be studied in this area. The San Gabriel watershed encompasses the central portion of Williamson County, including some areas in Burnett County that drain to the San Gabriel watershed. A total of approximately 1,000 miles of stream will be studied in this area. The Salado watershed encompasses the northern and least populated portion of Williamson County. In addition to the Salado Creek watershed, the northwestern corner of the county includes study of the Lampasas watershed. A total of just over 500 miles of stream will be studied in this area. These new countywide floodplain maps will provide a better understanding of flood risk based on best available information such as ground topography, land cover data, and Atlas 14 rainfall data. The new analysis in floodplains will provide a better understanding of where flood risks are located, allowing people to better prepare for floods and guide new construction to be more resilient. It will generate consistent modeling methods and flood-related data, helping to streamline the permitting process. For example, future construction projects will be able to reference the data produced by this study for roadway and bridge improvements or new development, saving substantial engineering costs and taxpayer dollars. It will also identify potential mitigation measures to reduce risk. Once the study is complete, the county will use this information immediately for floodplain mapping, emergency management, land development review, transportation design, and communication of flood risks to the public, among many other uses, with the goal of reducing future loss of property and lives due to flooding. The study was initiated in the spring of 2021. We are holding this first public meeting in the spring of 2022 and are planning to complete data collection of survey data and modeling information by this summer. Modeling and mapping are anticipated to extend through early 2023, with draft floodplains to discuss during the second public meeting, which is anticipated in the spring of 2023. Using the updated floodplain models, conceptual flood mitigation analysis is likely to wrap up in the fall of 2023. The study results will be discussed during the third and final public meeting, which is also anticipated in the fall of 2023. The final report will be developed by late 2023 and finalized in early 2024. Thank you so much for joining us and your interest in the Williamson County Atlas 14 floodplain study. If you have any questions, please contact us at atlas14@wilco.org or 512-943-1195.